How's it going, everyone? PyR2 here. Today we're going to be trying out Nix OS. Now, first and foremost, you're going to notice something about my mic. I got a new microphone, guys. We're no longer using the HyperX Cloud 3. This right here is the old microphone I used to have. I'm not joking. And here's the new one. Okay, so this is looking pretty good, I'd say. And it's got like RGB on the back, so you can kind of like customize the colors. Yeah, I like this one. This one's really cool. So yeah, new microphone alert. Now, if you're not familiar with Nix OS, I'm not either, okay? A lot of people have been asking me to try out Nix OS because they've said it's supposedly harder than Gen 2. So we're gonna be trying out Nix OS today. Nix is a tool that takes a unique approach to package management and system configuration. Learn how to make reproducible, declarative, and reliable systems. Those are some really big words. Nix builds packages in isolation from one each other. Huh. So it's like a really good package manager, supposedly. Such high praise for Nix OS. So obviously we're not going to grab the package manager. We're going to go all out and we're going to go to the Linux distribution. How does the wiki suggest that we go about doing this? By the way, this wiki is going to carry me. It's suggesting that I use Balena Etcher. I'm doing this by the book, guys. I'm not doing this by Rufus. I'm not doing this by any tropes of Linux, okay? We're going to be doing this the traditional way. Shoot. Yeah, format, yes. 2 GB start, yes. Disk was write protected. Why is the disk write protected? Okay, E is not accessible. Okay, why are we? Anyway, we have the ISO tool. The USB is recognized in Balena Etcher, but it's not recognized by Windows. I guess I kind of expected that. It still has Fedora Linux on it, but anyway. All right, chime of glory, y'all. Okay, we are done, and now we're gonna put this on the laptop, the PR top. I'm not sure what we're gonna call it in today's episode. See you on the laptop. Do I even need to include this segment in the video anymore? I mean, you already know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna plug this USB into my computer, and we're gonna boot into the live environment. Like, it seems almost redundant because it's just the same exact thing. It's just me spamming F12 into the boot menu. So yeah, we're going to the boot menu. And we're going to select our flash drive. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be using GNOME permanently, but I am going to use GNOME as the live environment. I'm going to be using GNOME as the live environment. Now, the reason why I'm using GNOME is because KDE Plasma has internet issues in live environments, and that's just no bueno. I'm choosing to say that this is the fix. Okay, so here we are in the live environment. Uh-oh, it says that my computer does not satisfy the minimum requirements. It's because I'm not connected to the internet. My computer is fine. Nix OS is just being dramatic for some reason. So let me go ahead and connect to the internet real quick. Okay, so we are plugged in. We should be good. All right, we are in New York. Trust. What's your full name? PyR. Enter my password. I'm going to be using Plasma. And we're going to erase the disk. Next. I need to resize this so I can actually see what I'm doing. I love 720p screens. Anyway, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and install it. Oh, what the heck? It was stuck at what was it, like 46 for that entire like section, but I guess it's done now. All right, time to Nix. That was cringe. What? All right, here we are. We are in Nix OS officially. Okay, so it comes with some stuff, so you're not completely lost, and it comes with the manual right here, which I'm gonna go ahead and open. I'm gonna need that. All right, we're gonna need the manual open. So here's the manual. Looks very intuitive. Alright, so we've completely got through this installation part. We're now in configuration. So what about configuration syntax? So basically, the package manager is a programming language. Maybe I shouldn't have done this video. The Nix OS configuration file generally looks like this. Config packages ... colon, that's probably important. And then option definitions. So basically, you say what package you want, and then you add definitions to the package. Okay, I could see how this is good. So here we see config packages, and then you have all of your packages and whatnot. Okay, fair enough. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and configure KDE Plasma because I'm gonna be honest, I do not like default KDE Plasma. So we're gonna switch to Breeze Dark. KDE Wallet System. What even is this, dude? I don't want KDE Wallet. Waiting for authorization. You have my authorization. I think I fixed the internet issue. Yeah, we're supposedly connected to the internet now. Looking good, looking clean, looking pretty fire if I do say so myself. Shake cursor, I'm gonna cut off. You guys know how much I hate shake cursor. So we can also go into edit mode. And this taskbar down here, I'm gonna just change it. Oh, widgets. This is cool. I've never seen this before. I'm lying, I have seen this before. Okay, let's get the media player. You can't hide from me, media player. I saw you. That's gonna be important for later when we get Spotify. So this is looking pretty ricey already. Am I right? So ricey. Pretty nice so far, pretty nice. There's one file that we need to look for though. Edit this configuration file to define what should be installed on your system. Help is available in the configuration.nix man page and the NixOS manual. Okay, this is a lot of stuff. Oh, this looks very confusing. How about we get something simple? Like, let's try to install Steam. Okay, this computer can barely run Steam, but we'll see if we can get Steam working, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and see. So if I type nix-qa-qap, and then I type in star description valuation warning, the package set Android packages 2.3b has been renamed to Android packages 2.3. Okay, I was just trying to test out the command, dude. I don't care. Buddha versions will be removed. Okay, no one cares. Just tell me what packages I have installed so I can know if the thing is working. To uninstall a package, remove it from environment.system packages and run NixOS rebuild switch. I'm guessing this command is going to be very helpful. Alright, well that's going. I'm going to change my mouse cursor because I can. Holy lag. Okay, that looks... Holy lag! I know I'm... Holy moly, dude. What did the sweet cursors do? Memory shortage avoided? Console has been terminated by the Linux kernel because of the system is low on memory? What? How much RAM was that taking? Holy moly. This thing has 8 gigabytes of RAM. Okay, let's just get Steam. Alright, let's focus on the task at hand. Okay, so where do I put the code to install Steam? Okay, did you read the comment? Did you read the comment, pal? Alright, so this right here is probably where I'm gonna put the Steam stuff. So programs.steam.enable is equal to true. Now if we do the command from earlier, sudo nixos -rebuild switch, it says it's building the system now. So I have to literally build the entire system every time I update my packages. This is kind of sad. I don't really like this very much, but I can see why you like to torture me with this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How many times am I gonna get a memory shortage? Okay, so I think I installed Steam properly if it's doing this. Oh, heck yeah. And we have the cooked font rendering. Let's go. So can we sign into Steam and like play a game? I don't know what game is gonna run on this laptop, but we'll see. Let's play some Geometry Dash. Let's play some Geometry Dash. Why is the scroll so fast, dude? I'm barely moving my fingers. I have to jump. What is this? What is happening in the Geometry Dash freaking Steam community, bro? So here we are in Geometry Dash. So I'm just gonna do the end of Iku, I guess. Can we do it? Yeah, this is gonna be a rough one. This feels so chopped. This feels so laggy. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, that's enough Geometry Dash. We're back on the desktop. Obviously, what else am I gonna do? Just sit there and play Geometry Dash the entire time? The next logical step is that we just need to get fastfetch, because genuinely fastfetch is what I do in every single video. Fastfetch is just what we need to do, okay? This is just something that needs to be done. So as you can see, if I do fastfetch right now, nothing is gonna happen because we don't have fastfetch downloaded. Also, you might be wondering, why is my computer called Piano? Well, it's because someone in my Discord server told me to call it Piano. Join the Discord server and you might have a chance at doing that. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do that for very long though, because I don't really know what names people are gonna come up with for my computer. For all I know, it's not gonna be great, but you know, this is fine for now, okay? If we keep it as weird, goofy stuff like Piano, I'm fine. But yeah, join the Discord server. It's fun times, isn't it? Fun times. But anyway, back to what I was saying, we need to get fastfetch. So let's go ahead and read documentation and figure out how to get fastfetch. Okay, so where is environment? There's something that should be environment. Environment.system packages with packages. Apparently all we have to do is just add fastfetch to this list and it should be good. So now let's go. I did not mean to select all, I meant to save. Can I? Okay, so now we have to rebuild our system. apparently you don't have to type out clear every single time you want to clear the terminal. So if I just had like a bunch of garbage, oh, I actually ran a command. Okay, awesome sauce. But anyway, if you have like a bunch of stuff here and you wanted to clear easily without typing out clear, then all I would have to do is just hit Control L and it automatically clears. Shout out to whoever commented that. That's pretty awesome sauce. Okay, we're rebuilding the system now. Fastfetch works. W, let's go. We have fastfetch working. That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. And the ASCII art for this is really weird. It looks good, but I don't know. They did the best they could. Okay, I respect that. All right. It is in fact a very hard thing to draw. So yeah, we are running NixOS 25.05. All right. So apparently, there's this thing called Home Manager. So what is Home Manager? All right, introduction to Home Manager. Home Manager is a Nix-powered tool for reproducible management of the contents of users' home directories. This includes programs, configuration files, environment variables, and, well, arbitrary files. So this, I'm assuming, is just like a git config or something. So basically what I'm trying to get at is that this should help with like assigning different packages to user accounts. So now we need to actually program code. I know, that's so scary. You know, the syntax for Nix, it's a functional programming language. It's not too hard. All right, so we need to find this config packages thing. So I'm gonna need to figure out where the GitHub link for this is. Okay, so now we have to finish our let statement with an in statement. I guess that's everything else after it. I don't know. This is heavily winged. Anyway, so now that we have declared that there's gonna be a home.nix file, we have to actually make a home.nix file. Oh, well, too bad. We can't. Okay. Can we with the terminal? I don't know. Now we have to touch home.nix. And we have no permissions. Okay, and when we sudo touch home.nix. I should probably be using a terminal code writer, but I don't want to make this harder on myself. Alright, so I'm not going to code an entire home.nix file by myself, so I'm going to use a template. Okay, so if I rebuild my system, two main things could happen. The first thing that happens is that my entire system just breaks itself, which we can hope doesn't happen. Second thing that will happen is that this actually works and I'm a genius. Okay. Fun. Okay. So we need to find that let command that I did. I think there's an issue around here. This is the only part of the code that I actually modified, so apparently after some not so extensive research. I probably should have put more research knowledge into this one. But apparently we just have to say that we need to import the home.nix file that we made for the home manager. Apparently that's all we have to do. Of course, we got an issue. Alright, so apparently there's an issue with my with the home.nix file that we made. Now, what could possibly be the issue? The issue is that I'm an idiot, put it simply. So we need to throw in pkgs as an argument. So I need to do, first of all, we need to add lib. I don't know why that wasn't there to begin with. Also, I forgot an S. I can't believe I did that. Anyway, on line 25, there's an error. Well, I think I see the error. The error is that I missed a semicolon. We have another error. Apparently, we have to add a channel. I don't even know what a channel is, but I at this point, I do not care. I don't even know what a channel is. So now we have to go down to the imports, wherever that is. Where is imports? There we are. Now we have to go ahead and go down here. Home Manager Nix OS. That might work. It might not work. Okay, so the good news is I don't think this is gonna work, but that's why you have errors. Okay, the errors help you. All right. If I get one more syntax error, I'm going to throw this laptop outside of a window. Oh my gosh, dude, how do I miss that? How do I miss that? Okay, well, that should be the first issue fixed. That's the good news. First error is in fact fixed. Now we just have to fix the rest of the errors. These are okay, I don't even know how to describe what I'm doing. These aren't configuration commands. As silly as it's gonna sound, these are shell commands. I cannot type. So now that's been added, it accepted that as a command. So now we have to update the channels so that we can actually use this. Okay, there we go. Now we have that fixed. So now we can remove this from the config file because we have shell commands inside of our config file. I'm so sorry for making that error. I know there's gonna be some like NixOS guy out there who's like, what are you doing? Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. That's the whole point. Apparently, this entire line here is just completely redundant and not needed. So I don't even need any of this stuff that I coded earlier. Right, so now you need to rebuild the system. So we still have errors. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and try to rebuild the system. Okay, yep. Alright, what is the error? What is your error now, dude? You were building just fine. Okay, so we have an error with our home.nix file, which means that our configuration.nix file is completely fine. It's just home.nix that has issues. Honestly, we've pretty much cracked down on a lot of errors. I'm kind of proud of myself. Genuinely, I'm kind of surprised that I got this far using NixOS's slightly mediocre and hard to follow documentation. Their documentation is very fragmented. It's like all over the internet. You kind of just have to scavenge to find information. So under home.nix, this line right here is the error, line 20. Now that should be fine. I think it was just a minor typo. We needed to add KDE packages to it to make sure that it's, I don't know, I guess more specific. I don't know, man. We're just gonna rebuild the system. Whoa, 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 whoa. I think I fixed it. Holy moly. The triumph is amazing. All of that work just to get something that assigns packages to a user account. That's all I did. I literally just added cowsay. Was that an error? Was that seriously an error? So apparently under the issue is that we don't have a block for home manager. Don't have a block for home manager, you're pretty much just not going to be able to install the package. Simple as that. I hope that this one line of code here that I found on some niche website helps. Okay, we got an error. It said backup file system. It's not backup file system, it's backup file extension. Yo, we got cowsay! Let's go! This is awesome. Alright, so I think we're finalizing our Nix OS here. I'm getting kind of tired of this, and I'm sure that a lot of people don't even understand what's happening anymore. So now I'm gonna try to figure out how to work this feature that I'm seeing. I don't really know how it works, but that's why we're learning. Okay, apparently there's this feature called rollback. Okay, so if there's any like Nix OS professionals out there, don't kill me for this demonstration. I'm trying my best. So apparently if you have a Nix system here, let's say that this Nix system is like, I'm gonna use O for old. It's just really old. It's not very up to date. That looks like a donut. It looks like a tourist. Anyway, this Nix system is old. Let's say that you progressively update it into this new system, okay? And you're happy with this new system. All right, so this is gonna be you right here. That's you. You're happy with your new Nix system. The N stands for new. But it's not enough, and you keep upgrading it, and now we have a broken system. So now you're sad because you have a broken system. The thing is that you know that it's because of a package issue. That's a light bulb, trust. I don't even know. I suck at drawing. All right, that's a light bulb. Anyway, so we know it's a package issue. So what this rollback feature does is that we can take this broken Nix OS and we can go to either the old or the new versions of our system. I don't know, that's just the way that I think it's done. This could be entirely a wrong demonstration. Okay, so I hope that demonstration was really useful. Alright, so I'm going to kind of demonstrate how this rollback feature works with the home manager thing that we just got. The home manager thing that we just got, I guess. So I'm going to make a change, like we're going to add packages dot, let's add fortune. And we go ahead and build the system. So now that we have fortune added to our packages and we have cowsay, I can make the cowsay a fortune. Normally if I just run fortune, it's gonna say something. We got a letter from Mozart to his cousin. Okay. Alright, but anyway, let's say we wanted to merge the two packages together. So we can do fortune, not spell today. Fortune can also add cowsay to it. So yeah, now it's saying a quote from fortune, right? Point is now I can go ahead and run the home manager generations. What this is going to do, as you can see, we have 2 generations now. So this first generation right here is from when we added cowsay. And this generation right here is from the current generation that we currently have, which is with the fortune in it. And now we have to pass it as activate. So now, apparently, so now if we run fortune, you'll see that it doesn't work because we rolled back to a generation that didn't have fortune. So if we go back to our generations, we're currently, we made a new ID basically. The ID that we're on currently is this version. So now we want to roll back to generation 2, which is the generation that has everything on it. Now, all I have to do is just grab this right here, this handy little link right here. and I just have to say activate, and it's gonna activate it. And now it's working. You know, it's working. So that's how the rollback function works. But this is a little bit of a more niche use cases for the home manager. If you really wanted to, you could literally roll back your entire system. But that's not something that I can demonstrate right now because I would have to put a lot of effort into doing that. But you know, you get a small scale kind of visualization of it, which is fine enough. So that's gonna kind of wrap up this video. If there's anything else you want me to do inside of Nix OS, I'd probably look into it, but for what it's worth, I don't really like using this operating system. Mainly because it's incredibly hard. But yeah, that's about it. It's a shame I never got to use the media player. Maybe a part 2. You know what, actually, you know what? Alright, yeah, so the media player works. This is lit, I love it, let's go. I don't really know what to say. This album is litty splitty. Awesome sauce, I'll see y'all later.